Hey, welcome back, and in today's video, we've got Trisha Paytas, Tati's new video. James Charles is on the rise again. All that and more as the Rep reports. This is water, by the way. I ran out of everything else. Perez Hilton had Trisha Paytas on his show for an interview. And in this interview, he came at her with the hard questions. And also in this interview, she did deny all accountability and helped perpetuate the cancellation of her channel. But don't take my word for it. Let's check out the video.
Like you, oftentimes, I find it extremely difficult to say these two words. I'm sorry.
I apologize all the time. No difficulty at all saying I'm sorry.
No difficulty apologizing. I want you to pay attention to Perez as he's really trying to almost coach her through this interview, but I want to know your thoughts, so let me know in the comment section below.
Have you apologized to Nikocado Avocado?
I hold truth to this. I have no idea why people are like so frustrated by this.
Well, I feel like so many people, him and a lot of your fans, want to hear an apology.
But I'm not sorry. And also like...
She's not sorry. See, now this is the issue that a lot of people are having with her. If somebody says that you hurt their feelings, it's not for you to say no, I didn't, because you don't know what's going on inside in their head. Like, you can't invalidate their feelings, but yet that's what Trisha is doing.
Who wants someone to apologize for something they're not sorry for?
Okay, can you acknowledge that ghosting him was rude?
I don't think it's rude. Here's the thing.
It's not rude.
Can I? No.
That is rude.
It's not.
It is.
She just can't do it. Like, she can't apologize. It's not in her to do that. It's just not gonna happen at all.
It's straight up rude.
It's 100% not.
If it happened to you, you wouldn't like it.
I mentioned in a video yesterday, like, I had a friend of 8 years that was in my videos, lived with me for like 2 months, literally never heard a peep from him again.
And you don't think that's rude?
He must,
or hurtful, or whatever you want to call it?
I mean, sure, it's like, it's very like hurtful and weird, but like, maybe he's going through something. Maybe he thought I was toxic. Maybe there's something like about me.
He tried to stir her in the right direction of this conversation, but he did say, can you acknowledge that this is a rude, hurtful thing? And then she said no. And then now here, I think from the interview skills of Perez guiding her, she's finally acknowledging, but I don't think she's acknowledging on purpose, if that makes sense.
Okay, so you're not sorry for ghosting him. He also showed video where you kept talking about his weight.
I didn't.
More than once. Okay. I saw the video. Do you regret that?
But he edited. So on the You Now, I was talking to, what was that guy? There's some drama channel, I forget his name. Oh, I forgot his name. And I literally say, he gained weight. And like, okay, so he got fat. So what? And he edited out the part where I'm like, so what? Like, because it doesn't matter. Like, I get fat. Like, people get fat. So what? And I wasn't being like, wow, he got fat. That's where he cuts it. I'm like, no, he got fat. So what?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't there several videos of her talking about his weight? Not in just one video?
Weight gain, Nikocado Avocado. Nikocado gaining weight, all these people fucking being fat.
So that right there puts a hole in what she's saying. And we're going to go to the comment section of this video because a lot of people are pointing stuff like this out. If she hasn't watched his latest videos, how can she say in a factual manner that he has edited anything out? She says she ghosts everyone, but can't apologize to Nick. She is the common denominator, the problem. I can't keep her lies straight. She literally doesn't know how to be honest, and I can't and won't with her. Peace. She sounds crazy, but she's very calculating. She will never admit she lied or was wrong.
And your numbers have gone down over the last week by a considerable amount. Yeah. Nothing James Charles, but clearly people have not loved your reaction, your response to all this drama. And his video has done very well. It's gotten like 2 million views. Yeah. How does that make you feel?
I mean, it like, honestly, this sounds awful, but I don't care because this is something that I am so like, I'm sorry, I felt harassed by him. Like, he like kept going DM. And
well, like, why couldn't you just tell him, I've changed my mind? It would have been so simple.
And this is why she's losing subscribers, because she cannot take accountability. She cannot own up to it. In fact, it's to the point where she absolutely, and it's apparent, she doesn't see the mistakes that she's making.
As soon as you say, hey, like, I kind of don't want to do videos, like, I don't want to make my channel your channel, they go nuts. And if you're scared, and if you're like a little like, I've never met him, I don't know him, like, it's not like we have this personal relationship where I'm like,
he doesn't come across as scary to me.
He has this one video where he has like a knife out and he's like husband. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's his husband. They're joking.
I mean, I don't know that. The thing is, here's the thing. So,
as you can see from Trisha Paytas' Socialblade, the interview didn't help her at all. Well, if you want to watch this interview in its entirety, I will put it in the description below. It's pretty much this throughout. They talk about the timestamps you'll want to check out are between 11:35 and 15:29, and then they go and talk about other things. But it's pretty much a train wreck interview for Trisha. This is not going to help her numbers. If anything, she's done a really good job at solidifying the reasons for this impact her channel is currently taking. I do want to say in the last video I did, if you haven't seen it, we did a breakdown of the avocado Trisha Paytas situation. I'll put it in the description below as well. But two things I got wrong in that was Nick was going to the estates anyways because he had to because of his visa, and also the cameo video that Trisha sent was a present from Nick's husband. I'm not sure why that was an adequate gift. A little bit confusing on one part, but those are two bits of information that I wish I would have added in that video, and I've added them now. Also, in the news. Big news coming out of the House of Representatives just passed the Equality Act, which would prohibit discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender identity in employment, education, public accommodation, housing credit, and other settings. Apparently, this was passed on International Day Against Homophobia, and this is a really good progressive step. Let's check it out.
On this vote, the yeas are 236. The nays are 173. The bill is passed.
The bill passed 236 to 173 comes as departments across the Trump administration have dismantled policies against gay, bisexual, transgender individuals, like barring transgender recruits from serving in the military or formally rejecting complaints filed by transgender students who are barred from restrooms that match their gender identity. The question before us is not whether the LGBTQ community faces outrageous and immoral discrimination, for the record shows that it clearly does, said Representative Gerald Nadler of New York, the chairman of the Judiciary Committee. The question is whether we as Congress are willing to take action to do something about it. The answer goes straight to the heart of who we want to be as a country. And today, the answer must be a resounding yes, which it was. So it protects discrimination of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people in both the public and private sectors, offering civil rights protections in businesses, hospitals, and welfare services. It explicitly states that individuals cannot be denied access to a locker room or dressing room on the same basis. I do want to know your feelings on this. This is a very historic vote. This is going to be a game changer, and I feel like it's a good win for the LGBTQ community. Let me know what you think. Also, in the news.
I do really want the hate to stop. I want the picking sides and the abusive memes and the language and all of that. I really hope on both sides it can stop.
Tati released the video titled Why She Did It. And in this video, she goes on to explain that she did not want this backlash to hit James Charles in the way that it did, that she just wanted to prove a point, that she just wanted to help James grow as a person. She goes on to say,
this was really a wake-up call, and it was me trying to reach someone who I found completely unreachable, and I had been trying to deliver the same message so many times because this wasn't just about one thing.
I understand this completely. She felt like she couldn't get to James, that his celebrity status had reached a all-time high. He had 30 million across all platforms that were just watching him. She also felt that it was a danger to his young audience, the things that he was doing, and she felt like she needed to get this out there. But the main thing is that she said that she did not want people to unsubscribe from James Charles. She just wanted to give him a wake-up call.
I don't think his career is over. I don't think he's canceled. I think he needs some help, and I think he needs better people around him. And I know I will never be that person again.
It interests me that she says she wants him to have better people around him. She doesn't go into detail about who these people that she feels is a bad influence, but it does leave open the question who these people are. I know that she said that she was not friends with Gabriel Zamora, but I wonder if that is somebody that, or the type of person that she is alluding to. We won't know because there's a lot of information behind the scenes that we're just not gonna ever know ourselves.
We need to be able to call people out and get them to like wake up to what's wrong and right, but also give them the chance to figure that out. This has all just gotten really, really crazy, and I don't want it to just go away and be dusted under the rug.
She's more than once said that she's not a fan of cancel culture and that she didn't want James to be canceled. She just wanted to get a point across to him, and that she doesn't feel like it's going to happen overnight. And these things, they don't happen overnight. These things take time, they take work. It's a transformation. But I'm interested in what you guys think about this, so let me know in the comments section below. Also, Matt Pat said something that I really liked. I want to share it with you guys.
Just because someone is influential and popular and has money or whatever, don't let them change who you are. Don't let them pressure you. And if they're saying like, hey, I'm picking out my top fan or my favorite fan or whatever, and are asking you to do things to prove it, if it's in any way asking you to demean yourself for them, that is not someone who cares about you. That is not someone who is doing it because they value you as a viewer, and it's not someone who values you as a person. That is someone who is doing it for themselves, for their own selfish needs, whatever that is. It's easy for viewers at home to fall into this idea of like, I know this YouTuber so well, I trust them so much. When they ask me to do something, it means they care about me. They have singled me out as a person, but don't believe it, don't buy it. It's not true. That's just my PSA to you at home watching. Spread the word. I think it's important to just be aware of that.
Matt Pat did say this in the wake of James Charles and Pro Jared. As you can see, Tati released her video on the 16th, just yesterday, and when she did that, James Charles immediately started gaining back subscribers. As you can see, by a good bit, over 17,000 on the day of her video, and today at 15,000. So a lot of people are coming and returning to James Charles. At this rate, he might be passing Jeffree Star in the future. Also, about 19 hours ago, someone else came out with a video exposing their DM messages between them and James Charles by the name of Jordan.
Keep in mind, James Charles and my girl, Jordan, they know each other. They're acquaintances, right? If he follows my Instagram, he's been through my Instagram, he knows I have a girlfriend. Keep in mind, I know all this stuff going on right now. Everyone kind of knows that James Charles goes for straight guys. So I don't think the fact that I had a girlfriend affected him in any way or held him back from sliding into my DMs and trying to flirt with me. But I did want to mention the fact, again, just to let him know that I have a girlfriend. So I have a little studio set up at my girl's house. Of course, when I say that, that's all he was in my DMs for, and no response. He didn't want to film with me, he didn't want to hang out with me, he didn't want to kick it as friends. All his interest was to hook up with me, whatever James Charles wanted to do. Unimportant to this story, I'll let you guys know why in no time, but...
So this video did come from Jordan, but what took my interest was this user comment here. How come nobody talked about their DMs with James Charles before the situation happened, but now everyone's making a video exposing him? LMAOO. Laughing my off. Also in the news, sadly, Grumpy Cat has passed away. It made me really sad to see this. It says, despite care from top professionals as well as her very loving family, Grumpy encountered complications from a recent urinary tract infection that unfortunately became too tough for her to overcome. She passed away peacefully in the morning of Tuesday, May 14th, at home in the arms of her mommy, Tabitha. Besides, that makes me emotional. Besides being our baby and a cherished member of the family, Grumpy Cat has helped millions of people smile all around the world, even when times were tough. Her spirit will continue to live on through her fans everywhere. Grumpy's family, Tabitha, Brian, and Crystal. That's very sad. Rest in peace, Grumpy Cat. That's so sad. But as interesting as this video was, there's always something that's more interesting to me. That's right, you guessed it. I want to know what you think. So why don't you go ahead and leave your creative and or interesting responses in the comment box below. Thumbs up for those likes. As always, brothers and sisters, I will see you in the next video. I always like doing the rep reports. But I know that you rep your Greg, and how to do that, all you gotta do is subscribe, notifications turn on, be in the comment section for every single video, because I'm gonna be there, Greg the Cat's gonna be there, and the rest of the Repzilla community as well, and I expect to see you there too, because this channel loves you. Breakfast is on my mind.